Tennis's top female players are heading to Saudi Arabia for the WTA Finals, starting November 2nd, sparking debate around the world. Is this a game changer for the sport? Or are the stakes higher than we think? In today's video, we're diving into 3 key questions. Why did the WTA choose Saudi Arabia, despite its controversial track record on women's and LGBTQ+ rights? What does this mean for top players like Coco Gauff, Aryna Sabalenka, and Iga Swiatek? And is this partnership about sparking change or simply about money? Coco Gauff recently discovered online that she had qualified for the PIF WTA Finals in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, before it was officially announced. After losing to Aryna Sabalenka in the Wuhan semifinals, Gauff joked, "If you look it up, there's a check mark by my name." The official news soon followed. Gauff will compete alongside Elena Rybakina, Jasmine Paolini, Jessica Pegula, and Qinwen Zhang. Top-ranked Iga Swiatek and number 2 Aryna Sabalenka had already secured their spots. Barbora Krejcikova earned her place by winning Wimbledon. With Emma Navarro withdrawing from the Ningbo tournament, the final lineup is set. Navarro will serve as the first alternate, while Paula Badosa and Daria Kasatkina could become the second alternate, depending on Danielle Collins' injury. Gauff and Pegula have now qualified for singles play for the 3rd consecutive year. Could this be the year one of them wins it all? The WTA Finals in Riyadh from 2024 to 2026 mark a significant shift for the sport. Saudi Arabia has made major investments in global sports, and this deal comes with a financial boost. The prize money for this year's WTA Finals is $15.25 million. That's up 70% from last year. This aligns with the WTA's long-term goal to reach equal prize money with the men's ATP Tour by 2033. But why Saudi Arabia, a country with a controversial record on women's and LGBTQ+ rights? WTA CEO Steve Simon revealed that talks with Saudi Arabia began over a year ago. Saudi Arabia won the bid because of its financial backing and commitment to hosting a world-class event. The WTA, facing financial challenges after the pandemic, saw this partnership as an opportunity for much-needed stability. However, this decision has faced backlash from prominent figures like Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert. Navratilova criticized the WTA for choosing money over principles, pointing to Saudi Arabia's restrictive laws and its troubling human rights record. Simon defended the decision, stating that the WTA believes engaging with Saudi Arabia could drive positive change, even if the country's values provoke strong views. For players like Gauff, Sabalenka, and Swiatek, the increased prize money is undeniable. Gauff, while concerned about Saudi Arabia's human rights record, hopes the tournament could inspire positive change, saying, "I hope we're able to make change and engage with the local communities." Other players also feel conflicted. While the financial rewards are clear, the ethical dilemmas are just as significant. Saudi Arabia has made some reforms, such as allowing women to drive and own businesses, but restrictions remain. Women still need male guardians' permission to marry, and homosexuality is criminalized. This tournament allows players to showcase women's tennis on a global stage, but it also forces them to weigh the rewards against the ethical risks. Can hosting the WTA Finals in Saudi Arabia lead to positive change? WTA CEO Steve Simon believes that hosting the WTA Finals in Saudi Arabia can inspire positive change. Saudi Arabia has already made significant moves into tennis, most recently with the Six Kings Slam exhibition in Riyadh, which featured top stars like Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Jannik Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz. The event showcased some of the sport's biggest rivalries, with Djokovic reflecting on his intense 20-plus year competition with Nadal, marking the Spaniard's final appearance before his retirement at the Davis Cup. Djokovic praised Nadal's legacy and his contribution to the sport, making the tournament both a celebration of tennis and a symbolic moment of the future of Saudi Arabia's growing influence in the game. Saudi officials have promised more opportunities for WTA players to engage with young female athletes in the region, hoping to inspire future generations through events like the WTA Finals and the next-gen ATP Finals, which Saudi Arabia is hosting through 2027. Additionally, there are talks about a potential combined 1,000-level men's and women's event in Saudi Arabia in the coming years. However, despite these ambitious plans, critics like Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert remain unconvinced. They argue that Saudi Arabia's reforms are largely surface level and are aimed more at polishing the country's international image rather than making real progress on human rights issues. This criticism has been echoed by tennis great John McEnroe, who called it laughable that the WTA would hold its finals in a country with a poor track record on women's rights. While there is hope that Saudi Arabia's involvement in tennis could bring about change, it's uncertain whether this tournament will have a lasting impact or if it's just part of the country's broader strategy to improve its global reputation through sports investments. The WTA Finals are just the beginning of Saudi Arabia's plans in tennis. The country is bidding to host a Masters levels tournament by 2026, which would feature both men and women. But tennis isn't the only sport Saudi Arabia is investing in. The country has made significant investments in soccer, purchasing Premier League club Newcastle United, and signing top players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema. Saudi Arabia is also set to host the 2034 World Cup. This broader push into international sports is part of Saudi Arabia's effort to reshape its global image, moving beyond its reliance on oil and positioning itself as a modern, progressive nation. Saudi Arabia's investment in tennis is just one part of a larger strategy to rebrand its international reputation. The WTA Finals being held in Saudi Arabia represents a monumental shift for women's tennis. Financially, it offers a massive boost, putting the WTA Finals on par with the men's ATP Finals in terms of prize money. But the ethical challenges surrounding Saudi Arabia's human rights record loom large. Will this bold move drive positive change? Or is it a financial decision that sacrifices a sport's values? The move to Riyadh offers a brighter financial future for women's tennis. But questions surrounding Saudi Arabia's involvement remain. Whether this partnership can lead to meaningful change and simply polish Saudi Arabia's global image is something we'll have to wait and see.